This is my audience.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Okay. All right. According to opinion between different mass media editors summarized and experienced by NAT, that increased volume speed of information flow today is giving a journalist less and less time for meaningful work, less time that it can be given to a particular topic. Our guest shares the existed apprehensive opinions about reduction of common journalistic standards, declared at different media forums and press seminars, and he is here to talk about known occurring changes in modern journalistic realities. I would lie to you if I say his as a famous journalist has no impact on me. Since early 90s, I have been following his different Russian-American radio and TV projects that can be characterized by its novel, unconstrained public speaking manner. His outstanding erudition and competence still attracts millions of viewers and listeners around the world, and it's an honor for me to introduce him today. However, before we all have a chance to speak to him today, I would like to take a moment and briefly talk about his personal and professional backgrounds. Long story short, will allow us to see why we may value his professional opinion about modern journalism. So let's take a look how it all started. Our guest occurred 3 different cultures at a very young age, and his wide perspective on life had a crucial impact on his decision to choose a profession as a true vocation in life. Shortly after his birth in Paris, France, in a multicultural family, Vladimir was forced to travel back and forth from Europe to United States. So when our speaker went off high school in Manhattan, New York, as Richard Castellanets remarks in his article about Posner, he has been already known among his school friends for his 1. Extraordinary attractive fantasies, and 2. For getting the rest of us to believe them. Due to his high interest in politics during the Cold War, our guest was constantly forced to move from country to country until he and his family were accepted as political refugees in the Soviet Union, where after graduation from Moscow State University, he was offered a host position of the radio program Voice of Moscow, translated to the entire world. As a journalistic career developed, he became known among foreign journalists. So in early 70s, he was a regular guest on Ray Bryant's talk show on KABC in Los Angeles. During the 80s, he was one of the favorite guests on Ted Koppel's Nightline, and also often appeared on the Phil Donahue Show. From 1991 to 1994, Posner and Donahue co-hosted a weekly, issues-oriented roundtable program, which was aired on the CNBC. After taking a position of a host of Moscow Meridian, an English-language current affairs program, he was known in Western media as a charismatic and articulate apologist of some of the Soviet Union's most controversial foreign and domestic policy decisions. His capacity to draw parallels and point out similarities between Eastern and Western policies, and admitting the existence of certain problems in USSR during his reportages, allowed him to earn public credibility and create co-hosted bilateral televised discussions carried via satellite, so-called speech bridges between audience in the Soviet Union and the United States. After returning back to Moscow, Russia in 1997, our speaker continued his work as independent television journalist, and during the same year he founded the School for Television Excellence to educate and promote young journalists. And he has been one of the most influential journalists in different political TV programs for many years, as up to date. Today he is here to talk about how journalists have changed under certain circumstances since he started his professional career. As he argues at one of her students' lecture, is there any audience for which the quality of the journalistic product is still important? Okay, of Russian Television Award TAFE, including for contribution to the development of Russian television, will share with us his professional opinion about current journalistic and how it's changed over the time. It has been said a lot about his personal achievements and professional success. Now it's time to welcome him take a stage and say more about fourth government branch of power and its importance to us. And just like he always introduced himself to his listeners and viewers around the world, hello, here is him again, Vladimir Pozner.